Welcome all to this presentation of Noventiq. Noventiq is a company headquartered within London and is on the highest level of AWS partnership, which is the premier consulting partner. We, as a part of the AWS Center of Excellence, present to you all kinds of offerings that we have on the AWS, a homegrown solution offering and a product, and its demo towards the end. So let's begin. Quickly walking through the agenda, Noventiq, as we mentioned, is pioneering with AWS with a lot of innovations in the digital space on with respect to deployments on AWS, be it infra, cloud migration, lift or shift, be it application modernization, data analytics, or for that matter, cloud security and managed services. From there, we will move on to the various service streams that we have within the organization. And then we dig a bit deeper into the data and AI portfolio. And then we finally present to you the uDMS, which is the document management solution, which is a homegrown offering with a lot of AI features and cool generative AI functionalities. And then finally, we move into the live demo of uDMS to show how it will benefit the organization. Let's move ahead. So Noventiq at a glance. So as I mentioned previously, Noventiq is an AWS premier consulting partner, which is the highest level of partnership. A quick snapshot of the company. So Noventiq, as a part of the AWS CCOE, which is the Center of Excellence, we won the award for Best Data Analytics Partner of the Year award for APJ region, which is Asia Pacific and Japan, in the year 2022 at the reInvent, which happened in Las Vegas. We have a lot of solutions across industry, which has been built over the course of last 10 plus years of cloud expertise. So we were a born in cloud company, started around 2013 and have been in business since. We have employees with around 200 plus AWS certifications, be it solution architect professional or be it specialty courses like data analytics. Similarly, we have around 500 plus customers or logos. We have worked across domains, be it BFSI, be it manufacturing, be it healthcare, or be it any kind of media entertainment business. Finally, there is 800 plus cloud projects, which we have delivered over the course of last 10 plus years, which showcases our strengths across the various domains such as infrastructure, or be it application modernization, or be it data analytics. All this culminates into a leading expertise with 5 major competencies that we have achieved over the course of last 10 plus years, which is migration and managed services. And then there are a lot of service validations like Redshift service delivery, EMR service delivery, Lambda service delivery, and other service deliveries, which give us all the expertise that is needed to deploy our solutions on the AWS. Moving on. From here, we present our service streams within the organization. Now, we have around 5 verticals, as you see, infrastructure being our bread and butter. That's a backbone of our organization. So we do cloud migration, platform modernization, DevOps, and resilience as a part of the infrastructure modernization. And then we have application modernization. So any kind of customer who would want to move from a monolithic architecture to a microservice kind of an architecture, or would want to do complete overhaul of their application from .NET to .NET Core, that is something that we support. Our complete deployment is completely on the AWS serverless ecosystem. And then the third piece, that is the data and analytics, including the AI and ML functionality, which is the DB migration, DB modernization, data analytics, and machine learning. Then there is cloud security. We have tie-up with a lot of vendors within the cloud security space, like Palo Alto, Fortinet and all, to provide edge firewalls, as well as on-premise and on-cloud security services. Finally, at the bottom, you see manage and optimize. It's the managed service offering that we have. So as a part of the company, we have 24/7 managed services in which a lot of engineers monitor their customers year round to give them the best services with the least downtime. Moving ahead, digging a bit deep into the data and AI portfolio. So we have data modernization as one of our core offerings. We have visualization as a second vertical within the data analytics portfolio. And then finally, we have the artificial intelligence and the machine learning. Within the data organization portfolio, we have a data warehouse and a data lake implementation, which is the bread and butter. So we have set up data lakes and data warehouses across the industry, be it BFSI, be it manufacturing, be it healthcare, or be it gaming. So we have collected all the data sets which these customers have, put it into the common repository, and derived a lot of KPIs. And then we have also done modernization of legacy platforms that the customer has been using. Could be SSIS, could be SaaS based. So all these legacy platforms were modernized onto AWS with completely open source technologies, giving them benefits both in terms of cost and performance. In the second part, you see visualization. So all the KPIs which we derived as a part of the data lake and data warehouse implementation, we have modeled that in the modeling layer. We have set up a visualization on QuickSight and presented beautiful dashboards, beautiful interactive dashboards to the end customers. Finally, from the AI ML portfolio, we have two sub-service lines. One is the solution AI, wherein we give either homegrown solutions like uDMS, which will come up later in the slide deck, or we have frameworks around image analytics, OCR, text to speech, speech to text, and GenAI. GenAI and OCR is also inbuilt into the uDMS, which leverages AWS technologies. Finally, at the bottom, if you see, there is data operations that we provide, could be orchestration, governance, audit, optimize, or could be MLOps. The customer might have their own models. As a part of Noventiq organization, we deploy those models onto the AWS ecosystem and set up a complete pipeline for monitoring, accuracy check, and model deployment. Moving on. We will now go into a homegrown offering that we have called as uDMS, which is Document Management System, which is completely built on the AWS technology stack, and it is completely homegrown by Noventiq. So just talking a bit about uDMS. uDMS is an AI-powered document management system, which provides capabilities such as OCR, AI-based classification, advanced search, real-time redaction, efficient compression, maintaining audit trails, and finally, optimizing the overall document management for the organization. Now, why do we need this kind of an ecosystem or a product? So we have talked to our customers and found that all the pain points can be categorized into these various categories. A lot of these customers have humongous and scattered documents. So managing the documents in and out daily can be a challenge. The documents could be identification proofs such as Aadhaar cards or PAN cards, or could be offer documents wherein the customer might have a lot of offers within the market. They have categorized those offers into documents, and then they want to basically serve it to the end customer through a search interface, through an intelligent search interface, I would say. Similarly, you have verification and categorization. So today, a lot of customers, when they upload the ID cards to the front-end portals, the employees within the company actually download these documents, do manual verifications and checks, and then that consumes a lot of time and human effort, and it can be error-prone as well. So as a part of uDMS, we intend to enhance that into an automated OCR, which will in turn pre-populate a form and then categorize the document as well. So for example, if the customer uploads an ID card, the ID card can be automatically OCR'd and the form can be pre-populated with all the identification numbers, the ID name, and the date of birth. Finally, there's a lot of cost efficiency that can also be achieved as a part of this ecosystem, wherein all these documents can be stored into a cheap and efficient storage, which can be compressed, completely serverless, and then there can be a much cheaper storage for the cold data as well. There are a lot of other challenges. I'll quickly move through. So from an integration complexity standpoint, this particular application provides API for a third-party application to integrate and do all kind of create, retrieve, update, or delete operations. Finally, there is an issue of end customer not being able to find the relevant information from these documents. So we have incorporated intelligent search functionality, as well as we have contextual searches and GenAI-based searches. So what that means is that the customer can just type in a question, the platform uDMS can respond very intuitively and human-like response by going through all the documents for the customer question, retrieving the correct answer, and then consolidating and summarizing it into a contextual way and responding back to the customer as a normal human being. Moving on. Now, there are some critical features of uDMS apart from the GenAI and the OCR, automated OCR functionality. It can be nested folder hierarchy, metadata management, file compression, or could be personalized branding, auditability. So it maintains complete audit trails of all the applications or the identification proofs being uploaded. And as I mentioned previously, third-party application integration can be done directly with the platform. The platform exposes the API for third-party to get, retrieve, update, delete data. Finally, the complete system can be integrated with the customer's on-premise or on-cloud single sign-on mechanism. From an AI standpoint, and that's where this product beats its competitors, we have incorporated two key features, which is the OCR and the GenAI. But before we go into those features, there are some additional features that this platform provides. From a classification and indexing standpoint, it can identify various document types. It can automatically identify Aadhaar cards, PAN cards, salary slips, passports. It can tag those pages. Similarly, it can also restructure as per the ID content. Similarly, from an OCR standpoint, it can read and extract the text from a scanned image, or could be a PDF, or could be any kind of document wherein an OCR can be done and the images can be extracted or the text can be extracted. Similarly, from a redaction standpoint, since this particular platform will be handling a lot of sensitive documents like ID cards, for example, Aadhaar card for that matter, it can do a redaction of both the image, that is the Aadhaar number, as well as the Aadhaar number that is represented on the front end form. So the customer has the full flexibility to either hide the Aadhaar number or mask part of it. Similarly, it can handle tilted and rotated images, which is a common problem when somebody scans the document. And finally, from a search and GenAI standpoint, the customer can either do a contextual search. For example, it could be an insurance document which has a lot of offers in it. The customer can ask for a summary of the insurance offer that the company is going to provide. And then this particular product can go through all the relevant documents, get the exact content out, summarize it in a way that is more intuitive for the end customer, and then play back or respond back in text. It can either play back as in from a text to speech standpoint, or it can do a text only response as well. Finally, from the architecture standpoint, we have leveraged all the AWS tool set. I'll only talk about the important points here. So from a document summarization standpoint, we have Amazon Bedrock, in which we are using Cloud 2 Sonnet as the LLM for all the contextual searches and contextual responses. Similarly, for the label detection, marking, and OCR, for example, to identify the page of the Aadhaar or the Aadhaar number itself, we are leveraging both recognition and text wrap. The complete backend is built on a Lambda, and API gateway is the interface wherein all the third-party applications can interface with the Lambda application and then do any kind of document uploads or deletes, downloads, and stuff. From a user standpoint, the user again comes through the front end, and the front end is completely driven through microservices. Again, it leverages API gateway and Lambda to talk to various tool sets like Amazon Bedrock, or for that matter, recognition and like text track for label detection and GenAI summarization, respectively. So with having said that, as a part of walking the talk, we will show you a uDMS live demo. I'll hand over this session to my colleague, Yogesh, who will be walking you through a live demo of the document management system and highlighting its core functionality and features. All the best.
Thanks, Satheesh. My name is Yogesh Sharma, and I lead application vertical within Noventiq. I help customers to leverage benefits of cloud-native application, app modernization, and AI ML with apps. I will showcase you features of uDMS platform as highlighted by Satheesh during the presentation. We offer uDMS as a product to different organizations, specifically the BFSI industry. For this platform, we provide basically two types of the users. One is the company admin, or you can say the corporate admin. Another is the end user or the employee of the organization. I will log in as the company admin or the corporate admin, so I can showcase you all the features which we have, right? As soon as I will click on the login button, this platform asks to provide the OTP because we have inbuilt the two-factor authentication mechanism here. Once user login, user lands up to the home page or the dashboard of this platform, where we can see we have the different options like the entity containers, access and audits, indexing, search or view document, explorer. At the right hand side, you can see in the context menu, we have a few more options like the dashboard, my organizations, user permissions, roles, etc. I will start from the indexing options because as Satheesh mentioned that this platform has the capability to upload the document and to classify the document, extract the information, and mask the sensitive information like the PII and SPI, right? So what I will do, I will select two different documents and will try to upload. Basically, these documents have the different formats. One is the image file, another is the PDF file. And this PDF file actually has the multiple type of the document. Basically, this is a scanned document. So user has scanned multiple documents and created a single file. And then he is trying to upload it. Now, what will happen at this time, system will try to compress the file and then will save to the database. In parallel, the extraction of the information will get done and the sensitive information will get masked. Now you can see in the right bottom, we have the preview of the documents which we have uploaded. I will uploaded only the two documents. This is because there was one file which had multiple documents. In the left-hand side, we have two parts. In the right bottom at left-hand side, you can see there is a mapping of pages with the different type of the documents. So if I will click here, say on the Aadhaar card, so now you can see in front of the Aadhaar, we have a number 1. What it indicates actually, if I will scroll down a bit, you can see this Aadhaar card is at page number 1. Similarly, if I will click on the PAN card, then you can see in front of the PAN card, we have number 9. Again, if I will scroll down a bit, you can see this PAN card is actually at page number 9. So this way, this platform is categorizing the document out of a single file and also providing the information that the particular document is at that page number. At the left top, you can see we have few more information. What is this actually, right? If I will click here again, Aadhaar number, you can see that we have redirected to the Aadhaar card. And against the Aadhaar number, we have some information with some asterisk. And then at the right, we have the 4-digit. Basically, this is the Aadhaar number which has been extracted out of this document as well as it has been masked. Similarly, we can see here in this image, right? This is the Aadhaar number. We can tally these 3668. 4 digits are here as well as within the image, while rest of the information has been masked. So this way, we are masking the sensitive information, not only in the image, but also in the text. So information get masked at the time of saving in the database. If I will scroll down a bit, we can see this Aadhaar number, yes, once has been extracted from here. Similarly, the date of birth has been extracted from this image. If I will scroll down a bit again, we can see here is a PAN number, right? And now you can see again this PAN number, information has been extracted out of this PAN card and this information has been masked here in text as well as in the image itself. So in this way, basically, we are classifying or categorizing the document if user scan multiple documents, create a single file, and then upload into the system. It saves a lot of time to identify and classify the document. In addition, we are extracting the information and mapping it automatically with the metadata. If the metadata is the sensitive information, then we are masking it here as well. So that's way we are doing all this important requirement or the classification from the compliance perspective of any organization. I have talked about this information, the templates, the attributes, and all this thing. So I would like to showcase, right, how it can be configured. Basically, it is not something which is hard coded. It is completely configured for the individual organization. As you can see here, we have defined an organization named Noventiq, and for Noventiq, we have created a container, which is basically a template, which you can see a product, or it can be a policy for an insurance organization, or it can be a loan product for a lending organization. So we know, right, for the individual policy, insurance organization may ask different kind of the documents from their customers. And similarly, for the lending organization can ask different kind of the documents along with the application form from their product. So here you can see we have defined a policy or the lending or the lending products. And for that, we need all these documents, right? So when I was trying to upload, this information was available at the left-hand side. If I will click, say, on the Aadhaar card, right, we can see that these fields basically are the metadata, right? So organization can define which all documents they are looking from the end customer when he applied for the insurance policy or say for any loan applications. And they can also define what information need to be extracted out of the document and to be associated with as a metadata with the document. Similarly, they can also define which information should be considered as the PII and SPI and should be masked. So the thing, right, whole thing can be configurable and can be defined at the organization level. And the same way we showcase, right, how this information is being used at the time of the uploading of the document. Now I will like to showcase one more things, right, which Satheesh mentioned about the Gen AI, right? So here we can see that these are the two applications which were uploaded by the end user, right? If I will click here, say on the PD1, or I will click on the SR1, we can see there are multiple documents within a folder, right? Suppose if I click on the application form within the SR1, in the right hand side, we can see there is a view of the document. If I will click on this search icon, which has the AI tag with this, then it will provide an option, right, to ask a question, and the response of these questions will be based upon the context of the document. So in this case, right, since we are asking questions against this policy document, right, so the response will be based upon this policy document, right? So context will be like this. So context can be predefined. Let me ask a couple of questions here. Okay. Sorry, let me type it again. Okay. So I'm asking, right, one question. Can you please provide brief of the accidental suraksha policy? We know that generally the policy documents have multiple pages, and to get the extract of the lengthy document, right, takes time. But now we have the extract of this document, which provide the information, what are the primary covers, what are the additional covers, what is the sum insured, right? What will be the policy for the long term? So this information is available in the few seconds, right? In addition of this, we have the reference, right, of the document from which this information is being extracted, right? So this is a brief of a lengthy document. If I will ask, right, a pointed question, right, because for every policy, right, there may be a free look period. So if I need to get the response or the answer of this question, then again, I need to browse multiple pages of the policy document. But here, the response of this particular question, right, is available within few seconds with the reference of the relevant document. Let me ask, right, one more pointed question so I can showcase how it behaves actually. So for every policy, right, we know that we have the age eligibility criteria also. So let me ask this question from the platform, and we will get the answer, right? The exact answer, pointed answer of this question. We can see, right, the age eligibility criteria for the individual age from 18 to 70 years, while for children from age 3 years to 25 years. So this way, right, it has lot of time. It provides the summary as well as the answer or the response of the pointed questions based upon the context of the document. Okay, if I will try to showcase you the search capability also. So we were just discussing this policy document, right? Let me ask some question related to this. Right? So you can see, right, as soon as I type this accident, we got the relevant options to search it, right? So we have multiple options. If I will select any of them, right, then we will get the response here. And at the top, you can see we have two suggested options because this information will be available in the multiple document, right? So here, this is the first suggested option, and this first suggested option, we can see the actual document is here. And if I will click here, then I will be able to get this information, what I have searched here in this particular document, right? Similarly, if I will go to the second suggested option, then it will showcase the document where the information is, as well as the complete path or the information, right? So we can see that at the top, we do not have this information, but as soon as I click here, we got the information about the accidental structure. In addition, we have this option exact match, or you do not need the exact match. So this way, this search, the advanced search capability of the uDMS platform helps user to find out the relevant information in instantly. One more thing which I will like to showcase from here is access and audits. Basically, we know, right, all the organizations which deal with lot of documentation or the vast documentation, they need to comply with the compliance related to the documents, right? So here we are tracking all the actions being taken by the user against a document. You can see that this particular user has taken an action. And what is the action? He viewed this file at that time. And we have all the information, what is the container, right? Basically the folder, and what was the document. So this information just indicates that this particular document has been viewed by this particular user at that point of the time, right? Again, if I will go to another page, I will be able to see, okay, this is the unarchival action, right? So user unarchived the document, user archived the document, right? Lot of things we can see, user update the document. So all the actions being taken by the user against a document are being tracked. And this actually helps, right, to meet the strict compliance which need to be followed by these organizations. Couple of more things which I will like to showcase, right? As Satheesh mentioned during the presentation, we also have the options of the single sign-on. Because we know, right, within the enterprise, user has multiple applications which they use to access day to day. And for that, they need to maintain, right, set of the credentials for the individual application. Here, what we are doing, we are providing a flexibility to user so he can access this platform using the set of the credentials which they use generally to access their laptop or the desktop device. And how it get done? For that, we integrate this uDMS platform with the Active Directory of the organization. So, and it runs very smoothly, and it's provide the experience of the single sign-on. Similarly, we also know that the individual organizations have their own branding guideline, and they used to follow these branding guidelines for their applications also. So using this feature, admin user can define the branding guideline. They can define the colors, primary colors, secondary colors, font, etc., right, for the organizations. One more thing, right, I would like to highlight from the security perspective. This entire platform works on the role-based access methodology. That means that individual user get associated with a role, and then he will be able to access only those module or functionality of this platform which are mapped with the roles by the corporate administrator. In addition of this, corporate administrator can also restrict user to the different folders or say the different templates, right? So how it can be done? So I am selecting on one user here. And now you can see, right, we have the information about the container and the actions which he can take against a container. So suppose this is one container, right? And again, this container, either he can have a view, right? Or he can have the options to index the document or to update the document. So that way, right, corporate administrator or the company administrator can configure the security as per their organization for the individual functionality as well as for the individual container, folder, or even for individual documents, right? So that's all from my side, right? I will like to hand over to Satheesh for the closing remarks.
Thanks for attending the session, folks. Hope you find the complete session informative. We hope to see you soon. So do contact us on Noventiq website and do take some time to fill out the survey form. Thank you.